All right. So we are studying Mandukya Upanishad. Mandukya Upanishad. The first two mantras were two statements which can best be understood from the standpoint of experiences, transcendental experience or mystical experience, whatever we call it. Rest of the Upanishad tries to analyze those statements made from transcendental experiences. Here, Mandukya Upanishad, the method it is following is a celebrated method of Vedanta. In Sanskrit, it is called avastha traya vichara. Avastha means states or aspects. Traya means three. Vichara means analysis. Analysis of three states. Three states that is known to all of us: the waking state, the dream state, and dreamless deep sleep state. Mandukya Upanishad, through analysis of these known three states, want to show us our true nature, which is present in all the three states as well as beyond the three states. Through the analysis of the three states, Mandukya Upanishad wants to imprint on our mind about the possibility of a fourth state, which is a transcendental state, which is also present in all the four states. Okay, it will become clear as we move forward. Fourth state, the transcendental state, is when we are at our best. We are as we are. Rest of the states, according to the Upanishad, is like assuming or putting on different garments or assuming different identities. Those identities are not false, but all those identities are based on another permanent identity. That identity is what our true nature is. That is what Mandukya is trying to show us. So we started with mantra 3, which has taken up the first state. The first state, or we may call it the first aspect of our pure being, or first mode, when the pure consciousness is operating through this physical body when we are in waking state. Waking state. And when our consciousness is outwards and we are experiencing this visible, tangible universe of sound, touch, smell, etc. Up to that we saw. And Upanishad calls this identity, this state, as Vishwa. Vishwa. Vishwa literally means the world. The world. I think it is called Vishwa in the sense that that is the world most known to us, or most intimate to us, or most consequential to us in our life. That is our world, Vishwa. And this our world is nothing but that pure consciousness when working through this physical body in our waking state. And it is sthūlabhuk, that is, it is experiencing all these visible, tangible universe. How? How it is experiencing the visible universe or transacting with this visible universe. Upanishad says that it does so with 19 interfaces. It calls literally 19 doors or 19 mouths. These 19 mouths are 19 interfaces through which we are transacting with this visible universe. So these 19 interfaces we shall look at today. The Sanskrit term was ekonaviṃśatimukhaḥ. Ekonaviṃśati means 19, mukhaḥ means mouths, through 19 interfaces. And here I would like to say that we need not take these descriptions too literally. And it is all right if we don't agree with the descriptions, because that is not the main lesson of this mantra, or for that matter, for this Upanishad. So Vishwa, the consciousness associated with waking state, that is, all of us now are, each of us is a Vishwa. Vishwa. And each of us, according to the Upanishad, has 19 interfaces. What are those 19 interfaces? I'd like to show. So as we it is a reviewing of what we already learned. Vishwa, it is in individual level, microcosmic level. What is that? Satchitananda, the pure consciousness, bliss, and existence when it is in waking state and working through physical body. Similarly, there is this collective state called Virat or Vaisvānaraḥ. We saw it in our last class. Now, what are those 19 interfaces or mouths of Vishwa, this waking person? 5 organs of knowledge, physical 5 organs of knowledge, that is, organs for sight, ears, hearing, organs for sight, eyes, organs for hearing, that is, ears, organ for taste, the tongue, organ for smell, the nose, and organ for touch sensation, that is, the skin. These are 5 organs of knowledge. Then 5 organs of action, that is, physical 5 organs. This we have to remember. Physical eye, physical ear, physical taste, smell, touch. Why physical? Because according to the Upanishad and according to Vedanta, these are, as it were, outer organs. Corresponding to all of these, there are subtle organs. It will be clear when we take up the dreamer's world. So according to Vedanta, even in dream state, when eyes are closed, ears are not working, or suppose we have plugged our ear, still in our dream, we see, we hear, all the sensations we get. That is, the subtle organs are working at that time. In contrast to that, in our waking world, waking state, these organs are the physical organs. Okay. 5 organs of knowledge, then 5 organs of action, through which we interact with and impact upon the outside world. The 5 organs of action are organs for speech, organs for grasping, that is hands, organs for movement, legs, organ for excretion, and organ for generation or creation. 5 and 5, 10. Then 5 pranas, that is 5 vital energies, and that maintain the body in a functional state. And each of these pranas have a different name. Although the generic name is prana, there are 5 types of prana associated with 5 physiological functions. The air itself in the lungs is called prana. Okay, that is which helps us to inhale, that energy. One that is associated with excretion or breathing out, that is called apana. Another vital energy which governs the circulation of blood in the body, it is called vyana. Then the one that controls digestion, whenever we eat, that vital energy which helps us to digest is called samana. And finally, that one which goes upward, like when we are belching or throwing up, that is called udana. I think Ayurveda operates, or Ayurveda relies upon the functions of, or they want to treat these malfunctions in these vital energies. I'm not so sure. Probably they deal with these 5 pranas more elaborately. So till now we have got 5 organs of knowledge, 5 organs of action, then 5 physiological functions or 5 pranas, 15. Then 16th is manas, mind. It is coordinating an emotional faculty responsible for managing data, input and output. That is, whatever we are gaining through the sense organs, the input, it is first presented to manas or mind as such. Mind does not take any decision. It just receives the input. Okay. And sometimes they say which part of mind is called manas. The one which is not sure. They give the example, is it this or that? In darkness, we see, say, a stump of tree, dead tree. And in the twilight, we are not sure, is Thanuva, Purushova? Is it a stationary object or a human being? The deliberation, that part of the mind which deliberates, is called manas. Then that part of mind which judges, then makes assessment, discriminates, or take rational decision, which takes definitive thought or definitive judgment, that is called intellect. For example, is it a stump of tree or a human being? That is manas, deliberating, and intellect or buddhi, after some time, with sufficient information, no, that is a stump of tree. That functional part of mind which takes definitive decision is called buddhi or intellect. Should I go today or not? No, let me go. That is function of intellect. Then 18, organ number 18 is, or door number 18 is chitta, memory, the faculty of recollection. That is where memory is all stored up. We may roughly equate it with our subconscious mind, where all the impressions are stored up. And then chitta, from that storehouse of impressions, it brings into our conscious level. So that part of the mind, that functional aspect of the mind, which brings impression from past into our conscious level, that is called chitta or memory. Finally, ahamkara, ego. Ahamkara is the ego faculty, because of which we have the I identification with all the 18 faculties. My hand, my leg, my eye. That part of the mind which tells me this is mine, I am this, I am that, that is called ego. It has a wrong connotation that when we are being egoistic, like, don't they know who I am? How they dare to say such a thing to me? I am such and such, that part of the mind is called ahamkara or ego. That is a kind of an explanation from Vedanta about these 19 doors, 19 doors, 19 interfaces through which the jiva, the individual, interacts or transacts with the world outside as well as within physical body. And these divisions, this number can be challenged. Of course, it can be challenged, and so we need not take them too literally. Okay. Then comes the question of the cosmic aspect of Vishwa, cosmic aspect of the waker. As we noted earlier, Vedanta always takes the analysis parallelly, that is at our individual level as well as cosmic level, microcosm as well as macrocosm. So as we are a being with our individuality, Vedanta says there is a collective individuality, that is, which is not exactly that collection or sum total of all the living beings, but it is more holistic, a transcendent, or not transcendental, I would say, a cosmic level. As it were, in cosmic level, there is one waker, one dreamer, and one sleeper in cosmic level also. All right. we shall see the different implications of this cosmic level as we move forward. And the Upanishad says that this cosmic person, the cosmic waker, the cosmic Vishwa, which is called what? The cosmic individual is called
Virat.
Virat or
Vaisvānaraḥ.
Vaisvānaraḥ, right. Just, these terms are difficult. So just to, imprint in our minds, it's good sometime if we repeat them. All right. Yes. So this cosmic person, let us call it cosmic person. This cosmic individual. How many limbs? We have 19 limbs, so to say. And this cosmic person, how many limbs they have? Upanishad says 7 limbs, not 19. Interesting. 7. Again, we should not take them too literally, because purpose is to expand our consciousness, expand our awareness. 7 limbs. 7 limbs imagined as a cosmic person for the sake of meditation. In fact, the 7 limbs is only Mandukya Upanishad refers to. Of course, Mandukya Upanishad also does not classify the 19 doors. These were accepted or known fact. So we get in another Upanishad called Chandogya, mantra 5.18.2, which says that Vaisvānaraḥ, or the cosmic person, has 7 limbs. Through these 7 limbs, it covers the entire existence. What are these 7 limbs? It is more like imagination. The upper region, the heavens, is the head of that person. Okay? Upper regions, heavens, that is what is beyond earth. The sun and moon are the eyes of that person, cosmic person, through which everything is illuminated. The entire atmosphere is the life breath, prana. Okay. What is prana for us is the entire atmosphere for that cosmic person. And what is mouth for us is the fire principle. The fire principle is mouth of that cosmic person. Why? There is a similarity between mouth and fire, that fire eats up everything. With mouth we eat, fire also consumes. Fire also, as it were, eats up everything. In fact, one of the name of one of the Sanskrit names for our appetite is called Jathara Agni, the fire which is in our stomach. Fire, okay, is compared to fire. Then the entire space is the body. Atmosphere is only over earth, we know, where they have air. But space means the entire universe is its body. And oceans are the bladder. And the earth is the legs of that cosmic person. Okay. As we noted again, this visualization is maybe one one reason could be for such a mantra that indeed some seers or sage had indeed such vision or experience, mystical experience of a cosmic person covering everything. Or we can also, which is more beneficial for us, is to think this is for meditation. Meditation at a grand scale. Grand scale. In fact, these visualizations of the Upanishad about a cosmic person later on transformed into the idea of a personal God in Hinduism. Personal God. Okay. A cosmic person having all these things led to the idea of Vishnu or Shiva, the all-pervading Shiva, and all of this. Okay. All right. So this is the first mantra. So let's review the first mantra again. Okay. For this, I made this PowerPoint to make it more accessible. Okay. This is Waker's universe. Okay. Which is called the first aspect of Atma, or first quarter of the Atma, the first state of Atma, Waker's universe. At individual level, this Waker is called Vishwa. At cosmic level, it is called Virat or Vaisvānaraḥ. Vaisvānaraḥ. Waker Vishwa is first quarter or first aspect. Why first quarter? Because it is most known to us, or we are mostly in this state. So it is, Upanishad called it the first quarter. What else? What is its state? Waking. When we are awake. That is its state. And what about this awareness? It is aware about things outside. So awareness is outwards. Upanishad called it bahiṣprajñaḥ. Okay, bahiṣprajñaḥ. If you have your book with you, you can open it. And so first quarter is prathamaḥ pādaḥ. Waking state, Sanskrit is called jāgaritasthāno. Awareness outwards called bahiṣprajñaḥ. Then what does it experience? It experiences physical objects. Sthūlabhuk. Sthūlabhuk is the Sanskrit word. And doors of transactions are 19. Doors of transaction are 19. What are the 19? We just saw 5 physical sense organs: eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. Then 5 physical motor organs: hands, feet, mouth, organ for creation, organ for evacuation. Then 5 vital forces, pranas, which maintain 5 physiological functions: breathing, evacuating, circulation, digestion, and finally belching or throwing up. Finally, 4 functional divisions of mind: manas, which receives all the input from the sense organs and which deliberates, which is also the emotional faculty. for us. Intellect, which decides, which takes decision, which distinguishes between two things. Memory is where that functional aspect of mind, that part of mind which goes and retrieves information from the storehouse of past impressions. That is memory. Chitta, manas, buddhi, chitta, finally ego or ahamkara, due to which we have the sense, this is my ear, this is my hand, I am this, I am that, I am a software engineer, I am a civil engineer, I am a doctor, such and such things. That is ego, ahamkara. And that same waker, when seen from the cosmic level, the cosmic aspect, it is called Virat or vaiśvānaraḥ, which has got 7 limbs. Number of limbs of Virat is 7, which we saw just now. Heavens are its head, suns and moons, and we can include all the stars as the eyes, because all eyes and stars they have common characteristic of illumination, light, or seeing. Then its mouth is like fire principle, because fire consumes everything. Just as we eat things with mouth, then the entire space, the entire existence, the space in which all the stars and all the galaxies are floating, that space is the very physical body of Virat. Then the oceans and all the water are like bladders, and earth is like its legs. That is the waker's world. All right. Do I want to say anything? Okay. So summary of this mantra is pure consciousness when working through the physical body in waking state is called Vishwa. The same pure consciousness when seen from a collective perspective, which is this cosmic dimension, is called Virat or Vaisvānaraḥ. That is the first quarter of Atma, of pure consciousness, of Sat, Chit, and Ananda. Next is the dreamer's world. Okay, here let me pause and see if you have any question. Yes, 5 physiological pranas, right. In offering food in worship, we offer food to all the 5 types of prana. Pranaya saha, apanayo saha, vyanayo saha, udanayo saha, samanayo saha. Earth as in ground. Yes, earth as in ground, right. Yes. Yes.
Sun and the moon are the eyes. We don't see them together. Sun, we see either sun or the moon.
Right. So what can be done now?
It's figurative anyway.
Yeah, it's figurative. We need not take it literally. It is, as I said, it is for the sake of meditation. As I believe that Upanishad knew probably that there is a chance if we go into analysis of ourselves, we might develop selfishness about ourselves. That pure consciousness is only related to me, in my body, working through my body, and that I have to realize through transcendental state. But that pure consciousness is not limited to my body only. It is all pervasive and it is cosmic. To keep that in our mind, Upanishad always brings up the cosmic dimension, so that we don't lose sight of the broad picture, large picture of real picture of the existence.
Just like individual level, cosmic level also you have the waking state, dream, and
yes,
at the cosmic level also you have the waking, dream, and deep sleep.
Yes, that is what we read just now. The waking state in cosmic level is called Virat. Okay, cosmic. Or if you have trouble, think about this, that all the human beings waking state collectively, collectively think about one collective thing, which is being called as Virat. That example might help forest and tree. Okay, forest and tree. Forest is composed of many trees. So think about a tree is when we're analyzing a tree, we are analyzing individual, Vishwa. But forest collectively also has consciousness. Okay, all the trees together, bound together, has consciousness. That consciousness and collection of all the trees, we might think of the cosmic dimension, the Virat, the Vaisvānaraḥ. But essentially, all of them are trees. All of them have some fundamental essential qualities. Okay. Yes, Rick.
So they recognize that in the 19 relative aspect, the abstract, unbounded aspect, they put there with those. Right? They float the 19 on the abstract. They include there. Is that what they?
Yeah, these 19 are the we are transacting with the world. Pure consciousness is operating through our body, right? And how it is operating or transacting with the world are through these 19 interfaces. Okay.
Right, but they are acknowledging the presence
Yes,
of the
of course.
So now,
of course,
what function assembles the data? Is the data assembled in the abstract and then we respond in the relative? Or is it assembled in the relative and then we transmit it to the abstract? Which way does it go?
Oh, data. Fine. Data analyzed and responded through mind. Okay, the four aspects. Right. The four aspects of mind, they are called internal organs. Okay, but all of them, mind or other organs, all of them are functioning because of the presence of the consciousness, light. Okay, so one example might help you. The electricity as such itself is not cannot be seen. But because of the electricity, we are having all these gadgets which are working because of the presence of the electricity. Similarly, pure consciousness, because of the presence of pure consciousness, all these things are functioning.
Okay.
Have you got it?
I got that, but I wonder, is the data in the abstract?
Yes.
Or
No, data is not in the abstract. Okay, data is in the transactional level only.
Thank you.
Yes. Data is in the transactional level because we shall see very soon the third state of consciousness where there is no data. There is no data. We're in deep sleep. It is neither aware of outer world nor aware of dream even. So there is no data, but still consciousness is present. Okay.
So Maharaj, what is it aware of at cosmic level? I'm trying to go with your PowerPoint with the three.
Yes. At cosmic level, it is aware of the cosmos. At the cosmos. Yes, Betty, go ahead. We cannot hear you, Betty. There is some problem with your mic, probably. Yeah, it is unmuted, but it is not catching signal. It is not responding.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I was reading a translation today that related all of this to evolution, if you call it, and how manifestation occurred, starting with Ishvara, I believe. So it gave these different levels of how it all evolved, and that now we are going back devolution by starting with this external physical realm. If you want to comment on that, it might, I don't know if it would clarify or confuse us.
No. It's good. I was about to, but it is interesting. Shankaracharya himself gives an very nice metaphor. He says that imagine a canvas. Okay, imagine a canvas and blank canvas. That is pure consciousness. Okay. Now, imagine that is stiffened with starch. Stiffened with starch so that drawing can start. That adding of starch and to stiffen the canvas is Ishvara level. Okay. Causal, which we shall come soon. Causal level. Okay. That is creation has not started yet. It's just causal level. Everything is in potential form. Then there are some outlines. Okay, outlines are being formed. That is the Hiranyagarbha. The second, the dreamer's world, Hiranyagarbha. Okay, and finally, all the color is given and all the strokes are done, and we see the colorful picture all in its complete form. That picture is then, this picture in complete form is Virat, what we are seeing right now. So the same canvas is appearing through the stiffened starch and outline and color through all of this. Okay, it's a metaphor it gives. But evolution, that evolution thing does not really correspond to our idea of evolution. Okay. In fact, one great text called Vedanta Sara gives a great detail that from pure consciousness, how everything evolved. Okay. And if you remember in Aparakṣanubhuti, I gave a few classes on that, how pure consciousness, from there, the three gunas started, and different aspects of three gunas in connection with pure consciousness, how they evolved into 5 subtle elements, how those 5 subtle elements then evolved into mind at one level, and then 5 gross elements, and those 5 gross elements through their permutation and combination gave rise to this world and the spaces up there and down also there. Okay. Yes. It is called Adhyaropa in Sanskrit. This evolution thing is called Adhyaropa. There, the method is Adhyaropa and Apavada. Although it is a side topic, since you have raised the topic, let me really discuss it. Okay. So Vedanta is trying to drive home some abstract facts, some abstract reality about pure consciousness and individual level Atma, and the same pure consciousness everywhere, Brahman, and which is extremely difficult for us to grasp. Extremely difficult for us to grasp because it is counterintuitive to us. So Upanishad and Vedanta takes up different methods. And the goal of these methods is to start from what is known to us. What is known to us. So one of the celebrated method is this avasthatraya vichara, this analysis of 3 states, because we can grasp some of it. No, this mantra we just read, we can relate to understand our waking state. Slowly it will take up all even subtle level of our states, so that ultimately we come to the realization that all these states are nothing but pure consciousness. Another method is Adhyaropa Apavada. Adhyaropa means evolution, Apavada means involution. That is, Adhyaropa means first try to explain the universe, how it has come. Okay, because we can understand this universe and we are interested in this world, explain it that pure consciousness evolved in this way to this world. And then the reverse process is called Apavada. That is, go back to different, go back from one step back, finally, where we actually came from. Okay, these are mostly logical instruments which are not absolute. There are many drawbacks, loopholes in these methods. Okay, anyone can challenge Vedanta's 3 states. Yes, we understand 3 states, but how do you, at the very beginning, we are required to accept the fact that there is such a thing called Satchidananda, which is manifesting through different states. Okay, so these are the best available tools that Vedanta has. These are not absolutely rational. Anybody who comes without any background and very open-minded, without any faith in the Upanishad, they can start from the challenge from the very beginning. Yes, we can understand we are waking, we are dreaming and sleeping. So how can you say that it is pure consciousness which is doing everything? Okay. What is your proof? What is your proof? Okay. So evolution, involution is one of the methods, but that is also one of the, it is not also a perfect method. So Apapada is about afterlife here. No, Apapada is not about afterlife. Apapada is the method of going back from this known universe through a logical analysis. Logical analysis. Okay. It is like this, that through Adharapa, it was said that pure consciousness evolved into this world. And Apapada will show that what we are calling world are actually nothing but appearance on pure consciousness. It is a logical tool, not an after-death phenomenon. In Swamiji's Raja Yoga, I found this passage. What is the passage? When a person goes into deep sleep, he enters a planes beneath consciousness. Enlightenment comes. When a man goes samadhi, yes, he fully comes out a sage. Yes. Right. That is the difference between superconscious knowledge and dream sleep. Indeed. All right. So, okay. So we cannot take up the next mantra, but what I can do, I can show you the PowerPoint for next mantra. Okay. To give a preview. Why? Because just we have seen the PowerPoint presentation of the first mantra, so almost same, only a few differences. Okay. So let me prime you for the next mantra. We can take up later on. Okay. Okay, that is Dreamer's Universe. Dreamer's Universe is in the next mantra, we shall take up in our next discussion. But here is the preview. In individual level, the dreamer is called Taijasaha. Taijasaha. Taijasaha literally means the luminous one. Why it is called luminous? Luminous in the sense that when we are dreaming, there is no external light. Still, we are seeing everything in light and sound. So there must be an inner light. So Atma in that state is called Taijasaha, which means the luminous one. At cosmic level, macrocosmic level, or collective aspect of the dreamer is called Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha means the golden womb. Golden womb. Why golden womb? Because from that womb, the Virat, this visible universe, comes into effect according to Vedanta. So Vedanta call it Hiranyagarbha. So what was Vishwa now is Taijasa. What was Virat is now Hiranyagarbha. We shall see again in more details in our next discussion. Dreamer Taijasa. Okay, it is called second quarter or second aspect of Atma. Its state is dreaming. Earlier was waking, state is dreaming. Its awareness is inwards, not outwards. In waking, the awareness is outwards. Here, awareness is all inwards. We are not seeing, hearing anything from the outside world when we are dreaming. And it experiences what? Subtle objects. In dream world, we are not actually seeing physical objects, not touching physical objects, but seeing their impressions, which is subtle. It experiences subtle objects. Pro-vivakta bhuk. Sanskrit is pro-vivikta bhuk. And it also has 19 doors of transaction. 5 of them are subtle sense organs, not the physical eye or physical ear or physical nose, but corresponding to these physical sense organs in our subtle body are the locus of these organs. So in dream, we are seeing dream object through our subtle eye. We are hearing subtle sounds with our subtle ear, so on. Five, subtle motor organs. In dream also, we are walking, talking. In dream, we talk, not that what we hear from outside if somebody is talking, but in dream world, we talk sometime. Through which mouth? Subtle mouth. We are walking through which feet? Subtle feet, so on. These 5 vital forces are the same 5 vital forces which are active when we are awake. The same 5 vital forces are active also when we are dreaming. And 5 functional division of the mind. In dream also, we deliberate, we take decision. Within dream also, we recollect, and within dream, we have a sense that this is my dream world. This is functions, ego, ahamkar is working. So all those 19s are present in dream state also. And the cosmic aspect of this dreamer is called Hiranyagarbha. And it also has 7 limbs which are subtle, not the physical seen limbs. This is a leap of faith. Okay, this is you have to take in good faith. These subtle limbs, what do they mean? All right, this is a preview of the next mantra. We shall take up the next mantra on 21st July. Next Friday, we won't have the discussion because we have a visiting Swami Ishadhyanananda from St. Louis. I won't be able to have the discussion. So, and from 16th of July, we are having summer recess, but our Friday discussion will continue. Okay, Friday discussion will not be affected by summer recess. So next time we shall meet on 21st July. All right. Any question? The last email, mantra 3 attachment, is mantra 2 attachment again. I could be wrong. Is it so? Attachment. Attachment I did not attach. Oh. I think it is not attachment. I was uploading. So you scroll down the document, you will find mantra 3 and as well as the diagrams. Okay.
So Maharaj, the only difference in individual and cosmic is about, is it 19 limbs or 7 limbs?
Right.
Everything is the same at the individual and the cosmic level.
Yeah, everything else is same, only the scale. It is scale. What category does the rising of Kundalini fall in? Who would like to answer this question? So someone has questioned that, okay, what's question? What category does the rising of the Kundalini fall in?
Subtle.
Okay, good. Any other answer? Would anybody like to answer it?
You are going to the fourth state. You're going to the Turiya level. Right? It goes all the way to the that's the realization. So say, gradual progression is from cross.
Okay. Subtle.
Must be at the subtle level only.
Okay. Okay. Subtle level, of course. Subtle level is dream also.
Dream, that's what I mean.
So is
no, not in dream.
Kundalini is dream?
No, it's not dream. The process is happening at the physical level, waking state. Some meditation is happening at the waking state.
Right. Every meditation is possible only in waking state.
Swami, doesn't it matters which chakra the Kundalini is at? You know, which chakra it stops at, because you're going to get to the cosmic level if you can get to the final chakra, right? So it depends which chakra.
Right. So, Victoria, which chakra you are referring to? Kundalini's rise. You have to answer now. It's a good discussion, very good discussion, because it is. We shall see. It will bring a new light.
Then I would offer, what about the heart level? Because that's where we start our meditation in.
Right. At heart level. At heart level, if Kundalini has risen to the heart level, at what state we are? Waking, dreaming, sleeping, or on the fourth, Turiya?
It's not Turiya. Wouldn't Turiya just simply be all samadhi, the crown?
The crown, yeah. Think about it. All samadhi should be, all type of samadhi should be in fourth state, is not it?
Yeah.
But can we call it all the samadhis in fourth state?
What do you mean fourth state? The heart.
Turiya.
Oh,
no, the fourth state of Vedanta.
No, it can't be in the fourth state, because we're still in our bodies. We still have awareness of our inner self, and there is still an awareness of the outer self when we're meditating.
Right.
For most of us.
Okay, then what state it is? Dream state, deep sleep, or waking?
I would say waking state, Maharaj.
I would say dream.
It is waking state, Arundhati?
Yeah, because manas, buddhi, and all are still functioning.
Manas, buddhi, all of them function also in dream. And where the consciousness awareness is outward or inward?
And inward, yeah.
So it is inward awareness. So it does not correspond, cannot be waking state.
Right.
Can we expand our idea of dream state to include imagination?
Imagination.
Sort of inner visualization.
Oh, yeah, it's a visualization. Of course, we have to think about it. Indeed, does it match all the condition? For example, the for the dream state, let's go one by one. The awareness should be inward. Okay, awareness should be inward. Then it is experiencing subtle things. It is experiencing subtle things, and
the chakras are part of the subtle body.
Through the subtle organs, right? Through the subtle organs. Yes, imagination should fall in the second, the tejas level. Should, if it can be at all, it should be most close to the second state. Now, Kundalini, where it will fall? Which state? Yes, Rick, go ahead. Rick, please tell.
I have a question. So is Kundalini a physiological experience?
It has corresponding physiological experience, of course. Of course.
And then it also has corresponding awareness. Awareness is a consequence of physiological experience, right? And Turiya is the ever-present ground on which all experience rides. Right? So if it's like, I don't think, I think actually, and I don't know, I'm not clever enough to understand all this, but I would think that it's not a functional on any individual place, but on all those places. It's an experience across the board. As the experience arises, all experiences involved in producing it. It's an entire machine. It's a biochemical machine.
Yes. Okay. Yes, things are getting murkier, right? Instead of clarity, getting murkier. Now, the thing is, why we cannot answer these questions? Because we are mixing up two models, Vedanta models and Tantra models. Okay. So, although all are really spiritual things, spiritual states, but we are trying to explain one experience through Vedanta model, and we are bringing another model, and we are trying to connect to these two models. Okay, and these models, we should remember, are conceptual models. They would never correspond to the reality. These are models we should remember, whether it is Upanishad or Vedanta or Yoga Sutra or Buddha's sutras, or these are trying to explain something which only can be understood when we experience it. Okay, so interestingly, some months ago, I met a devotee from Connecticut. He is a neuroscientist. Devotee, again neuroscientist. Then he started asking different questions about that. When he was anesthetized, then where my consciousness went, was it in that level, where my subtle body was, all those things. Then I told him, so you are mixing up the neuroscientific model and Vedanta model. Cannot be. When we are following one particular model, we have to work within that paradigm. Okay, because these are not a reality per se, explanation of reality. So we cannot really always mix and match the models. Okay, but after, suppose when you are experiencing the rising of Kundalini, now Sri Krishna never cared for models. Never cared for models or concepts of Vedanta. Okay, so he spoke from his experiences. He very often says in Veda, there are 7 levels of existence. Okay, nobody knows where in Vedas there is, By Veda, what he meant, nobody knew. But he's speaking from his experiences that when Kundalini goes through different levels, one has this kind of experiences. Okay. And so, and what is way out for us? Our way out is until we have the experience, we have to rely on the models, but we also need to know which model we are following. Okay, which model? Is it psychodynamic model of Freud or personality, Skinner's behavioralism, or Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of need? All of these are models for explaining how mind works, but we cannot really always match all the models freely. Okay, that is the limitation of the model. So Kundalini, rising of Kundalini, I would say that it will closely connect to Turiya of our state. Okay, Turiya is where we are neither aware outside nor aware of inside, and neither we are awake nor we are sleeping nor we are dreaming. This is the definition of Turiya, which will come in Mandukya. The fourth, it will say the fourth is neither waking nor dreaming nor sleeping. It is neither aware of outside nor aware of inside. Okay, and it is a state which is difficult to explain. Turiya. So Turiya, we may say, may closely refer to this Kundalini, rising of Kundalini. Okay, very good. And thanks for asking this question. Okay, thanks for asking, because these kind of questions only really clarifies our understanding about the model and its limitation. Okay. All right.
Just one question. I was just thinking, when we meditate on personal God, that's also imaginative because we have not seen.
Right.
We just but that is in the waking state. That meditation is happening at the waking state.
Right.
So is Kundalini like that realizing or experiencing the mental stage which is happening during that meditation? So is it like similar kind or what?
No, meditation has, there is an effort in meditation. And we are consciously directing our attention. But when Kundalini rises, it is not in our control. But then Kundalini takes charge of Kundalini becomes the pilot. We don't have to do anything. For meditation, we are constantly trying to, channel our attention to a particular form or sound or whatever it is. But rising of Kundalini, then we really cannot do anything. It happens spontaneously. This is the two different things. Okay.
Thank you.
So one thing we may ask, why Upanishad did not take up the meditative state. It speaks about waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. Why Upanishad did not speak about the state of meditation? My guess is that meditative state is not what everybody has experienced. Okay, so Upanishad wanted to speak about only those three states which we are all aware of, which are known to all of us. From that, it will give us the idea of the fourth, Turiya. Okay, that is why I think they did not speak about the meditative state. Otherwise, it is not that they, at that period of time, they did not have contemplation or meditation. They may not have all the names or types of meditation, but definitely as long as I think human beings have existed, human beings have contemplated and meditated. Okay. But they left it out, I believe, only to reach out to people of all strata who has meditated or not meditated. This sleeping, waking, and dreaming are common to all of us. Okay. That is my guess. I don't know. If we can find Mandukya, Rishi, we can ask that why you did leave it out. And so now so many doubts for us. Okay. Transition of physical to Turiya state without having different. Is the meditative state on the way to Turiya? Yes, meditative state. We may say that meditative state of meditation is not definitely exactly like waking, not like dreaming, not like deep sleep. It is an altered state of consciousness. Altered state of consciousness. Okay, that is a very accepted term in psychology and even in neurology. Altered states of consciousness, and many things can create these altered states of consciousness. For example, we spoke about mystical experience. Okay, these altered states of experience, my reading is they also have degrees of altered state of experience. Not all altered state of experience or awareness are alike. They differ in degree. For example, a very good meditation, altered state of awareness. Why? Because it does not fall in waking state or not dim, and some of the idea of one characteristic feature of altered state of consciousness is forgetfulness of time and space. Okay, time appears to be frozen or altogether like infinite becomes the time frame. Space also is completely vanishes. Idea of space, like where I am meditating and what is the place I am sitting, how long I have been meditating. All these ideas take backstage. Okay, that is altered state of consciousness. But if you look at any highest state of realization, like a nirvikalpa samadhi or a mystical experience, or we spoke about awe when we are in presence of something big. In all of these experiences, these two features are present. Time and space lose their usual connotation for us, but difference is in degrees. Difference in degrees. For example, in meditation, we still have an idea at the background of our mind that I am meditating, I am experiencing. Although there is no other object in the mind except the object of meditation and nothing, no other thought. Only the whole mind is covered with only one idea or thought. It is meditation, no other second thought. But there will be an awareness, I am experiencing this. Whereas in samadhi, this idea, I am experiencing this, will be absent. That is the difference between meditation and samadhi, complete absorption. Okay, so we may say all of these, dhyana, dharana, samadhi, are all altered state of awareness, but they differ in degrees. Okay, I think this is the available model I have right now. Okay. All right. So we are skipping the meditation tonight. So we samadhi is the same as turiya. Samadhi is same as turiya or not? There are two different schools. Okay, different school based on Mandukya. We shall take it up. For the time being, we can safely take samadhi as turiya. Okay. All right. So we shall meet again on 21st of July. Okay. And whatever I showed today and discussed, I will send by email. Okay. The PowerPoint also. Thank you. See you then. And Chaitanya will give retreat here on Saturday. Those who are around may come in the retreat. And the retreat topic is Story of Vedanta Monks, which is also his new book. The new book he wrote in Bengali first, but it was translated into English. His reminiscences about some great monks he came in contact with, like Ishadhyanananda of here, then say Prabhavananda of Hollywood. So his interaction with them and his observation about them, that is the subject of his book, Story of Vedanta Monks. That is also the subject of his summer retreat here. And he's a good storyteller, so everybody enjoys. That is his retreat. Next day, we'll give a talk, that significance of Sri Ramakrishna's name and Sri Ramakrishna's words. So you are welcome to attend any of them who are around. Okay. So good evening. Oh, let me see 2 chats. Thank you, Swami. Thank you, Betty. Okay. Good evening. See you. Okay.
Namaskar. Thank you.
Namaskar.